Okay, so today we're going deep on Jalandhar.
Hmm.
It's a city in Punjab, India,
Right.
and we've got some really interesting stuff here.
Yeah, it looks like it could be one of India's oldest cities,
Wow, really?
potentially going all the way back to like the Mahabharata era.
Okay, so we're talking ancient history here.
Definitely.
So what's the plan for this deep dive?
Well, we want to find out, what makes Jalandhar so important.
Yeah, both back then and today.
Exactly. We've got info on its history, its modern industries, places to visit.
Okay, so like a full picture.
Exactly. A concise but thorough look at Jalandhar.
Cool. So let's start with these ancient roots.
Sure.
Our sources say Jalandhar is named after a demon king from Hindu mythology.
Yeah, a powerful one too.
Okay, so that's a pretty dramatic origin story.
It is, but the city's significance might actually go back even further.
Oh, really? How so?
There's evidence that Jalandhar was a key spot during the Indus Valley civilization.
Wow, so that's like on par with ancient Mesopotamia?
Exactly, and it continued to be important under later empires.
Oh, cool.
The Mauryas, the Kushans, the Mughals.
Okay, so it wasn't just a one-hit wonder.
No, it seems like it had a consistently important role.
Maybe a strategic location?
Could be, or maybe it was a hub for economics or culture.
Right. Yeah, makes sense.
And it's interesting because this resilience, seems to have carried through history.
What do you mean?
Well, our sources indicate that Jalandhar also was involved in India's fight for independence.
Against the British.
Yep.
So how does a city with such ancient roots end up shaping a modern nation?
That's a great question, and I think it speaks to the adaptability of some cities.
So they're not stuck in the past.
Exactly. They can evolve with the times.
And speaking of evolving, let's fast forward to the present.
Okay.
Jalandhar today has a very specific identity.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Punjab's sports hub,
Yeah, and apparently they produce some of the best sports equipment in the world.
especially for cricket, right?
Right, cricket gear used internationally.
So how did this specialization come about?
Well, I'd say it's probably a mix of things.
Like what?
Maybe local skills were already there, a tradition of craftsmanship.
And maybe they got some support to grow the industry.
Exactly.
Makes sense, finding their niche.
Absolutely.
And it's not just sports, right?
No, they're also a big player in media and printing.
In all of North India.
Yeah, and they're a major educational and medical hub, too.
Okay, so not just making stuff, but also knowledge and services.
Precisely. Plus, they're known for things like hand tools and leather goods.
Wow. So a pretty diverse economy.
Yeah, very diverse, which is good,
Provides stability.
Right, keeps things dynamic.
Okay, so say someone wants to visit Jalandhar.
Yeah.
Where should they go to get a feel for the city?
Well, they've got a real mix.
Like what?
You've got the Devi Talab Mandir.
Which is?
It's a Hindu temple. A really significant one shows the city's ancient roots.
Okay, cool.
And then there's the Pushpa Gujral Science City.
That sounds modern.
It is. It's all about science with interactive exhibits.
Nice. And what about its role in India's independence?
Oh, for that, you should check out the Jang Azadi Memorial.
Okay. And anything else?
Oh, and for architecture, there's St. Mary's Cathedral.
So a little bit of everything.
Definitely a real blend of history and modern life.
All right. So to wrap up,
Yeah.
Jalandhar is a city that's clearly stood the test of time.
For sure.
From its ancient beginnings to its role in key historical moments.
Mm-hmm.
And now its strength in industries like sports.
And beyond.
It's a place that matters.
Absolutely.
And its story, it really shows how a city can stay relevant over thousands of years.
Right. By adapting and contributing in new ways.
So on that note,
Yeah.
think about this.
Okay.
What can Jalandhar's journey teach us about the power of cities to shape human civilization across huge spans of time?
That's a great question.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It was my pleasure.